What is going on, Philly? Lude here. What we're going to do today is do a recap here of the UWA Scrimmage that some of the members of Philly were in. As you can see, Life Source vs Dominator, 142 to 140, Dominator won. See 100 attacks used by both. King Lude got most heroic. Essentially what we're going to be doing here is there's Philly members on both sides, and there were overall recaps done by both Kloss and They Coming. So what I'm going to do is just focus on the Philly attacks today. So first up, we'll show my 10v11 hit here on Brute Penetrator. Essentially what I'm doing here is I'm starting up here with a Baby Dragon to cut a funnel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in my AQ walk here. Now we're going to go 2 times here because we're going to be showing a lot of replays, so I'm not going to be showing in real time. But essentially what my plan was to soak up as much percentage as I could with this AQ walk. And with that camp down there at the corner at 3, I assumed she would walk around the corner rather than beat through the wall. And luckily I was right. So as you can see, the queen's just going walking here. And what I'm going to do is once I know she's going to turn the corner, I'll drop my golem and start the kill squad. I will start a funnel down there with the baby dragon, but here's the golem. Here comes the kill squad. Wall break open the wall and everything will funnel in now. Now the eagle does go off, but I wasn't too worried about that because I knew the kill squad would get in there. And at this point, things were looking okay. I was a little nervous here because you can see that Archer Tower and that Wiz are still there. And I knew if I tried to drop my Valks as is, they would funnel, or they would go away from the core. So what I do is I drop about 4 or 5 here, looks like 4, and they'll take out those 2 defenses. Once those defenses are down, I drop another Baby Dragon to take out that Dark Elixir pump, and now I know they'll go to the core. So here you can see the rest of my Valks all go to the core, and I have the Rage and the free spell, which I forget. The scroll got me. Didn't use the free spell this attack, but as you can see, I'm over 50%. I will get 1 extra percent there with the wizard. 54% 2-star. Okay, next up, what we're going to do is we will show an attack by A Money. Once again, this is another 10v11 2-star. Me and A Money sort of fell into that range where we had to go up and hit the 11s. So what you're seeing here now is he's going to split the golems, and he's going to go with, looks like a Go Bitch, the Golem Witch attack. So he splits his golems, and he puts his pack of the giant kill squad down with a jump to lead him right into the core there. Take out the Inferno. Now he does have some walk, but he does have enough of the kill squad to get into the core and take out the town hall. And he's already at 44%. Most of his army's still up, so at this point it's just a numbers game. So you can see all those troops at this point are just going to go around the base and get as much percentage as possible. Funny thing is, he's hitting another Philly guy here, Pucka, so it's always good when that happens. Anytime you can embarrass your teammate, great stuff. So as you can see, he ends up wrapping up around 73%, I think it ends. He might get the 4. No, 73%. So that's a great 2-star on a 10v11. Anything above 60 is considered really good. He got 73, so good job, A Money. Okay, next up, we will show a hit by, I think Matt. We're going to show Matt's hit here. So in this hit, Matt's going to do the P.E.K.K.A charge with the healers behind them. As you've seen him done in several of our videos here, he has to cut that funnel first. So he's going to start off with the baby dragons to cut a funnel to make sure that his P.E.K.K.A's path the way that he wants. So you're seeing the baby dragons cut that funnel now. There goes the P.E.K.K.A's, and his goal is to get them straight into that queen, which they do. He always follows up with the bowlers, and then it's just a rage heal through the base at this point. Now, one P.E.K.K.A does walk with some bowlers, but he does get into the core with his BK, some bowlers, one P.E.K.K.A, and then the queen goes into the core as well. The healers rarely make it in this attack, but their purpose is to just get it going and get halfway through the base. At this point, it's just troops overpowering what's left of the base. So you can see he's got 2 P.E.K.K.A.s up, he's got both heroes up, he's got bowlers on the outside which are about to die off, and he's got baby dragons for cleanup. So he just crushes the base. Great job, Matt. Okay, next up, I think Skint Money's next. He is. Okay, so we're gonna show an attack here by Skint. Okay, so this is going to be a Shattered Lalo. He's going to go in with 2 golems here, set his funnel with the wizards. Once he's comfortable with that funnel, he puts the wall breakers in and pushes everything right into the base. Now when they get into the base here, he's got to jump to get them further into the core, and the purpose of that is to take out as many air defenses as possible. There goes 1 air defense there, he'll get that 2nd air defense. Once he's comfortable with where the attack is, he's going to start his Lalo portion, so you can see the loons pathing across with hounds tanking for them. Drops the rage right on the Tesla farm, which is perfect because it's going to crush those Teslas as fast as possible, which is what you need in these air attacks, because Tesla farms can ruin your attack real fast. There's the last haste. Now he has no hounds left, but he's got just enough to get that AD down. The last threat is that archer tower that goes down. 1 defense left. We'll zoom out. So as you can see, you get a good funnel, take out 1 to 2 ADs, and the rest is just all drops. Did forget that hut up in the corner, but he gets it. It's not a problem. So great attack here by Skint Money. Swaggin' the haste. Okay, so now we're going to flip over to the other side here, the Dominator team. Show some attacks. Now, Puckett does get 100%, but it was a dip, so I don't want to show that. What we're going to do here is we'll show his beautiful 99% attack on me. Now, Puckett has only seen this base roughly 50 times, I would say. So, it's tough for him to really have a good read on this base at this point. So he's going to try to do the whole go bitch attack on me. He starts off with the corners of the Tesla, or not the Teslas, the bowlers and the witches, and then he funnels everything else into the core here. He does start off strong. He drops his Grand Warden ability there, which gets everything through the core and through some GBs. And it's looking good at this point. Drops some loons on the outside there to try to clean up some more defenses, but they get shot down fairly fast. And at this point, he's down to, looks like some witches, the Grand Warden, and I'm pretty sure, oh, there's his queen. So his queen's still going around too. So it all comes down to this last section. We'll zoom in here. That expo right there is the MVP of this attack. So we'll watch this. So as you can see, that expo is starting to take out all those small troops like the archers and whatnot. The mortars helping as well. Now, the abilities have been used by both heroes, so we need that expo to lock onto the queen to have any chance, which it does right here. So that's the first part of what makes this end well for me. Queen goes down, and now we're down to archers, the Grand Warden, and there's another witch skelly's coming in from the top here. He needs those troops to break through those walls to get to my expo, and it takes a while. So the expo is locked onto the Grand Warden now, and that will fall right here. And now it's just down to small troops. He's got a witch tanking, and he's got 2 archers that he's not using, which if he used may have helped. So you can see it's just down to the expo versus a witch. And I'm not really sure why I didn't use those 2 archers, but I'm not complaining. Witch goes down, and at this point, the MVP of the attack, the expo wins. But in reality, Pucka, great attack, bud. Just didn't luck out at the end there. Okay, next up, we're going to show a hit by, I think Snowball's next. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're going to show an attack here by Snowball. This is a 9.5 versus 9.5. So basically, Town Hall 10 offense with no Infernos on the bases. Snowball is the same setup here as Mr. Pink. So, as we see so often, the funnel starts with baby dragons, and he's going to go with an HGHB here. Drops his giants, followed by the healers, and there's his kill squad. Puts the poison on the queen smartly to slow her down from killing everything, and everything breaks into the base. He's dropping the hogs slowly around as the defenses lock onto other things to take them out. So surgical drops, if you will. And at this point, he hits a Tesla farm. So he does smartly drop the heal. He always heal hogs through Tesla farms. And you can see in the core, the kill squad's still going. He's still got the BK going. He's got the queen without using her ability yet. Hogs still working their way around the base, but they will die out, I'm fairly certain. Well, maybe not. The giants are tanking there. So the hogs will... Okay, they do die out. That's what I remember. So the hogs die out, and at this point, it's down to heroes under heal from that healer and the giants, which are tanking. So the giants tanking alone are all he really needs at this point, because the queen's still floating around there. Takes out that archer and gets the job done. So good hit, Snowball. Down to that hut. It always comes down to huts. It's weird. Good job, Snowball. Okay, I think we got one more hit here. And it's going to be from Silverwolf. Gonna go in with a Lalo. He's bringing in more loons than you normally see. He's just gonna go with the one Golem entry, so cold-blooded, right? Golem goes in, followed by his healers, and that's all he's bringing. He's got a whiz funneling on the outside, but that doesn't matter at this point. The Golem's in the base. You can see he gets his BK in with a jump and rages him up, and the queen's still going. So he does get 1 AD down, and at this point he's going to start his Lalo. He's got the one hound going in there, followed by the loons, and he's pathing around the base clockwise. He had a CC hound, which he also drops, followed by more loons, and at this point he's just going to try to bully his way through the base. One of the hounds pops, two of the hounds pops, but the loons are on that last AD right as they hit the rage. So at this point all the defenses are down, all those pups are there, and he just crushes the base. So good plan. He went with less hounds and more loons, and it paid off for him. Okay, so that's it for the Philly attacks in this war. We did pretty good. We hit at a high percentage. Our 10s went up to the 11s, got 2 stars, and our 9s did really well. We defended well too. So good job, Philly, in the UWA Scrimmage. Definitely look forward to having more of these as well. Until next time, Philly, I'm out.